Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Shalom, family. Good to see you all here. Hope you're doing well. This is the week ICE starts raiding Haitians all over the country, wherever they are. And we know the biggest population is down there in Florida. Another big location is Springfield, Ohio. So it really don't matter where they are. It's really strange. I have the first video that I'm going to show you is a guy that, one of the big things they're doing online is saying, oh, well, ICE is going to get, you Black Americans too, because how can you tell the difference between, Haitians and Africans and Black Americans? Look, y'all, even white people have been on video saying they can tell the difference. They can tell the difference. Many people can tell the difference. First of all, African, their facial features are so different from ours. And what are y'all going to do about your accents? You know? And it's not another reason why it's not hard to tell is because y'all tend to, and I noticed this about all immigrants, y'all tend to group up together. So you're easy to get. All they got to do is raid one neighborhood and grab up hundreds of you at once because y'all just live and group all together. Where somebody like us, we're spread out all over the country, but y'all like to live in big groups in certain locations. Y'all don't spread out like we do, and your facial features are different. They really truly are. But for some reason, and I've heard many Africans say this, how are they going to know the difference between us and you? Y'all don't even look like us. Y'all don't even look like us. Wow. So, yeah, they said in Springfield, Ohio, the streets are practically a ghost town. Many of the Haitians are either staying in or they already fled out of there. But they're noticing a decrease in the amount of Haitians going into markets and being out and about because they're scared. They're scared. They don't want to be grabbed up by ICE. And most of all, these folks don't want to go home. They don't want to go home. Mm-mm. And that's what I notice about all of them. It don't matter if it's the Latinos, the Caribbeans, the Africans. Once they make it here, they do not want to go home. Mm-mm. Not at all. But TPS has ran out. And now they're going to start getting y'all out of here. And I believe they've already began because it was supposed to start this week. If they're saying they're starting, they've already begun. For real. Yeah, and we already seen what their homelands look like. They're slummy. I mean, even in Latin America, those places look real slummy. And yeah, and when they come to a place like this, yeah, yeah, no, hell no, they don't want to leave. Uh-huh. So hey, it is what it is. They have to go. Donald Trump got rid of their temporary protection through the Supreme Court. So y'all don't have that protection anymore. So y'all can be grabbed up and deported at any time. In a time like this, maybe, many would be better off just doing a self deportation. Donald Trump has offered money for those of you that will do it on your own. I'm just saying. All right, let me go ahead. Yeah, they're running into Canada too, but Canada is very expensive to live there. It's not cheap to be in Canada, and Canada don't give them all of the debit cards and money and EBT that they get here. They ain't getting none of that mess up in Canada. Canada ain't playing that mess. All right, let me share my screen. Okay, please give me a one if you can see my screen. Thank you.
TPS News is reporting that ICE is apparently about to start targeting Haitian migrants in Ohio. So that means Black people are about to start getting arrested and disappeared by ICE. I guarantee it. They're not going to be able to tell the difference between like an American citizen and a Haitian migrant that has, came over because of TPS, because they not only don't care, but they're also racist. A bunch of these people are straight up racist, and they're being sent out to go wrangle up a group of Black people in Ohio. That is not a good recipe, and they are going to target Black people across the board. Like me, I'm a, I guess, stereotypical Haitian, right? I have a stereotypical Haitian face. Most people cannot tell, oh, like, oh, you Haitian or you this, you that. No one can tell at all. No one has been able to tell my entire life. Only other Haitians can tell. Like, swear to God, right? Someone, a Black American might guess, oh, are you from Nigeria? Are you from this, that, and the third? Like, they'll say all of those things without saying Haiti. Same with a white person, same with, anyone else. So just know Black people are going to be targeted, including Black Americans.
Immigrants from Haiti are the next targets of President Trump's mass deportation campaign. ICE is planning to ramp up operations across the country to identify, arrest, and deport Haitian immigrants who are suspected of being in the country illegally as early as this week. That is according to sources at ICE, but also internal documents that we obtained. And this comes as more than 300,000 Haitian immigrants are bracing and preparing to lose their legal protections under the TPS, or temporary protective status policy. The Supreme Court ruling paving the way for that TPS policy to be terminated takes effect tomorrow. And the documents we obtained indicate that Ohio is one of the states that ICE is potentially planning to target as part of this operation. That state is, of course, home to large communities of Haitian immigrants, including in the city of Springfield, where Haitian immigrants were falsely accused, including by President Trump, of eating cats and dogs.
Hundreds of thousands of Haitians are waking up today to a new reality. Temporary protected status, or TPS, has officially expired after the Supreme Court cleared the way for the Trump administration to end that program. That means that roughly 350,000 Haitians who relied on those protections could now face deportation if they don't have another legal status. And nowhere is expected to feel that impact more than here in Florida, where more than half of all Haitian TPS holders live, with large populations also in New York, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Georgia, and Indiana. Now, TPS was first granted to Haitians after the devastating 2010 earthquake. It allowed people already in the U.S. to legally live and work here while Haiti recovered. Those protections were extended several times over the years, but the Trump administration argued that TPS was never meant to be permanent. Borders Rock Tom Homan is defending the administration's stance, saying conditions in Haiti have improved enough to end that program. But the State Department still advises Americans not to travel there because of widespread gang violence, kidnappings, and political instability. Now, advocates argue that Haiti still qualifies for temporary protected status and warn that ending it could separate families and disrupt industries that rely on Haitian workers. Meanwhile, Haitian officials tell the Miami Herald they've been asked by U.S. authorities to prepare for 2 deportation flights a week as those protections officially expire.
While we're trying to avoid the physical jail, we are in a psychological jail. It's like a catch-22 for us.
The Haitian community here in Springfield is in paralysis right now, sheltering in place at home after TPS expired, fearful of an impending ICE raid from the Trump administration. And while there's a vast psychological toll being put on the community right now, there's also an economic toll. I want to show you this Haitian supermarket right here in Springfield. As you can see right there, there is the Haitian flag right over there. And typically you would see this supermarket bustling, people coming in and out, buying goods like eggs, like cheese, like milk, their everyday goods. Instead, we have been here all day. Instead, we have seen no one walk in and out of this supermarket. People afraid to leave their homes, people afraid to run their errands, to live their everyday life as this Trump administration threatens yet another raid.
CBS News is reporting that ICE is preparing to ramp up arrests and deportations of Haitian migrants as their temporary protected status is set to expire. According to CBS News, internal documents and agency sources say ICE could target Haitian communities in Ohio, including Springfield, with operations possibly starting as soon as this week. More than 300,000 Haitians are set to lose their legal status after the Supreme Court sided last month with the Trump administration to end the temporary protected status program for Haitians and Syrians. The Department of Homeland Security tells CBS News that it does not discuss, quote, ongoing or future operations, but says those losing status should consider self-deporting.
I have workers that are impacted by TPS. They're gone. They're not working. They're not working.
Wilkinson Séjour owns Chef Creole. The restaurant has 7 locations, including Little Haiti and the airport. Even before TPS officially ended Monday, customers have slowly stopped showing up, and some of his workers already quit. The suspension of TPS impacts more than 300,000 people and their families. South Florida has one of the largest communities in the U.S. ICE is expected to step up enforcement with large-scale raids. Other industries are impacted as well, including healthcare and education. Broward County Public Schools says they're going to have to fire some workers.
They are across the organization. They're teachers, they're bus drivers, they're facility workers.
We spoke to a mother in her 40s who has 5 children here in the U.S. She is so scared she didn't want to show her face. She's also scared of being deported. She tells us the anxiety is intense. Her immigrant advocate translated for us.
We're all living in fear, even the children.
America isn't the only country deporting Haitians. Like, this is the DR. Look how they have this Haitian man face down, feet up. This is some type of ankle or some type of hog tie they have this man in. I never seen nothing like this before in my life. But this is Moped Express by the Dominican ICE agents deporting him back next door. They're like,
go home, Roger.
Go home, Roger.
Go home, Roger.
Here you have, this is the Bahamas. The Bahamas just deported 60 plus Haitians back to Haiti. They entered the Bahamas illegally on a small boat. Now they're deporting them back to Haiti. 60 plus of them, all loading them up on this plane, and they're headed a direct flight back to Haiti. I know out of all these countries, I know the DR is not giving Haitians $2,600 to go back home. I know that the Bahamas, they're not giving them any money to go back home. They're just giving them transportation to return them back to their country, which they came from. There's nobody out there protesting, right? The United States have been pretty generous to these people, offering them the money to return home. No other country is doing that. I'm telling y'all, especially the Bahamas and the DR, they just want the Haitians out of here. As you can see, anyway, the quickest way, the fastest way, they just want them gone. But yeah, no protest is going on in neither of these countries, and these countries aren't offering any incentives to return home. But somehow America is the bad guy, y'all.
So in addition to fear, there's a lot of uncertainty.
Definitely so. Imagine that you are parents, you are father, you are mother, and you know that you won't be able to budget for your family. You won't be able to provide for your kids. And eventually you are afraid to be separated from your children. That should be a concern. And no, I always say that no human being should be facing that type of situation.
When you ask the Trump administration about the termination of TPS, they would tell us that patients like yourself can simply self-deport. What do you think about that?
It's easy to say because most of the time, as long as it is okay for some of the folks, they don't care about other people. It's like I think that this administration, they do not take time to understand that every human being should be treated with respect and dignity. And this is a very sad thing to do, to see a U.S. government has that type of approach, because you know that the U.S. has been the champion of democracy, of justice. Now we don't know where we go. There is not even check and balance when it comes to power anymore.
All right. Well, it's not going to stop, you know. And I know I've said this before. Donald Trump said the ICE raids will go on for the entire time he is the sitting president. So it's not going away. And they're still grabbing up the Latinos. Okay. They are still getting snatched up all over the place. That has never stopped. So now the Haitians, and the fact that you can see they're not out and about like they used to be in Springfield, Ohio. Yeah, they're afraid. I'm sure it's probably less of them walking around up there in New York too. It's only certain locations that they're big in, and those are going to be the heavy targets for ICE. So, hey, it is what it is. I hope that the ones that do get deported back, I hope you are safe. You know, Haiti don't really have a lot of laws. So, that's why if you remember the video of the woman that got deported from here, I think she had a criminal background. The first week she was in Haiti, she got raped and said it was no point in calling the police because they don't do nothing about that in Haiti. They won't do nothing. They don't see that as a crime. Yeah, I know. I saw somebody put President Barbecue. Yeah, well, Barbecue was the one running the show over there. Right now, they don't even have a president. So, but you know what, y'all? Donald Trump and them know that country ain't safe. They just want these people out because, they don't want all these melanated immigrants here. They don't want them here. And they know darn well Haiti is not safe for all of these people to return to. It's not. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much for being here. And be on the lookout for my next upcoming live. And don't forget to pick up your hair products. Shalom, family.